Welcome back to News Across Nigeria, where we keep you updated on what's happening across the Nigerian Federation. Take, for instance, the environmental issue that we showed you just now in Cross River State. Now, in Imo State, it's gone so far that lawmakers from the Imo State House of Assembly have called on the federal government and other relevant authorities to come to the rescue of the people of Uzomi Uruala in Idiato North local government area before the community gets submerged by gully erosion. Some of the lawmakers who paid an emergency visit to the affected area said the menace of the gully erosion has become a daily occurrence that has continued to sack communities and farmland.
That very road you see is connecting to Osun in Olu local government area, and even from there to Yala and to Anambra, our people have run away from their natural habitats, looking for good places because of menace of erosion. So I'm begging the federal government now to come to the aid of people of Idiato North. We are not living in. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. My people of my constituency are no more living in their natural habitat. You know, because of rain. This is rainy season, and it has been like this. And people are wondering, are they still in Nigeria? You know, the erosion is becoming too menacing that we don't know what to do.
From there, we'll turn our attention to the health sector, and it's generally agreed that a healthy nation is a wealthy nation, and also it follows that a healthy person is a wealthy person. Well, it appears that it's been said that, do you know, if you're 50 of age and below, do you know how you should take care of your heart? Do you know what the exercise stress test is? It appears medical experts are asking Nigerians now, especially around the age of 50 or even below, to test to ascertain if there's any likelihood of a coronary artery disease or an ischemic heart disease, commonly known as a heart attack.
To the World Health Organization, the coronary artery disease or ischemic heart disease, commonly referred to as heart attack, was the most common cause of death in the world in 2013, claiming over 8 million lives. Anthony Ude, a 50-year-old man, just went through a successful open-heart surgery at the University Teaching Hospital, Itukozala, Enugu State.
If I want to do some small jogging or do some small exercise, I will just pass out. Within 10-15 minutes, I will just wake up again. If I stress myself, if I have a car, if I can carry heavy loads, it will occur.
Medical experts say some causes of the cardiovascular disease occur due to blockage of the blood vessels to the heart, which oftentimes cause chest pains and other complications in the heart, resulting to heart attack.
People have to avoid things that can lead to coronary heart disease, like obesity, hypertension, diabetes mellitus. Some of those illnesses, changes in the diet, changes in the level of activity can prevent some of them. It's getting more common, and we have facilities to investigate and also operate on them. So, but the awareness is still not as much as we would want.
Experts say the coronary heart disease is rampant in this part of the world because people overstress themselves and fail to exercise their bodies, rest, or go for regular medical checkups.
Pain from the heart is exercise-induced. It can only come when you exert yourself. So if you have a pain that hasn't been there, that comes up each time you exert yourself, even walking fast or going upstairs, and goes away when you rest, is a warning sign. We should be very proactive in trying to identify patients with this disease and investigate them more and give them treatment to prevent the heart attack. By that I mean that if you have the risk factor, high cholesterol, you smoke, you are diabetic, you are hypertensive, you are a Nigerian that is so stressful, and you are above 50, you should make an effort to see whether you have ischemic heart disease or not.
The Chief Medical Director of the University Teaching Hospital says the center has successfully carried out 175 open heart surgeries since 2013.
Well, when we started initially in 2013, we sometimes we record 10% mortality, sometimes 20, but with improvement and the efficiency and all that, in the recent ones we have done, we've had 100% success.
At the rate at which the coronary artery disease is claiming lives in Nigeria and across the globe, there is an urgent need to increase awareness amongst the people and improve facilities and the technical know-how of medical personnel across the country.
Finally, the self-proclaimed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, and his co-defendants, David Nwawusi and Benjamin Madubogu, have asked Justice James Soho of the Federal High Court, Abuja, to disqualify himself from trying them on the 6-count charge bordering on treason preferred against them by the federal government. The defendants in a motion cited the manifestation of bias against the court, which is also subject of investigation by the National Judicial Council against the judge. They alleged that the court had, in the course of its ruling on the 26th of April 2016, openly expressed serious prejudice against a member of the defense team, adding that it will be in the interest of justice for the application to be granted to preserve the sanctity of the judicial office. The prosecution counsel, Shaibu Labaran, in his response to that motion, accused the defense of frustrating the trial. With the new development, Justice Soho adjourned the case to September the 26th, 2016, to hear the defendant's motion and for trial.
We are confronted with yet another strategy to truncate the trial in this matter, where the defendants bring up another motion seeking the court to disqualify itself from the hearing. And this motion is a very fundamental one, strongly worded, that requires the response of the prosecution. But that is not our subject of concern. We've equally witnessed another drama again this morning, where one of the defendants rejected the hitherto laid counsel in the matter and opted for another counsel. And that prompted the counsel to request for another time within which to study the case file, which according to them is voluminous. And in the interest of justice, the prosecution is not opposed to that kind of application, just like the court did. So on this note, these are the summary of what transpired this morning, which resulted to the adjournment of this matter. But it's highly regrettable.
A lawyer in criminal matters is entitled to a counsel of his own choice. The second accused person opted to take me as his counsel to defend him. I only briefed him yesterday. That's why I appeared alone today to have a proper briefing. It's not out of place. The more the merrier. I did ask court for time to help me study the documents in question, go back to the legal table, look at what they filed so far, and decide the best approach to this matter.
That's where we'll call it a day for this edition of News Across Nigeria, where we tell you what's happening now across the Nigerian Federation. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thanks for watching.